One of the top beauty trends that we started seeing in 2014 and that's carrying into 2015 were the statement brows. So we pulled away from those overly plucked, really tweezed pin lines of eyebrows and went much more to the au naturel, less tweezed, fuller. You had actresses like Emma Watson pulling them off, Amy Rossum, Cara Delevingne. So the beauty look that I am loving for the start of 2015 is a very fresh, dewy face with those statement brows. So today I want to take you through my way of achieving that signature look. It's always great if you're just maintaining, so every once in a while I'll go to the salon, get my eyebrows waxed. I don't need to do that every week. I always have a really good pair of tweezers just to make sure that you're gonna have the best palette available to you. So now I have the brows, at least the shape that I want them to be. The first thing I do is I'm going to take a spoolie brush. Half of it is an angled brush and the other half is the spoolie. You're just going to want to emphasize the shape and get them all going the right way. No nasty strays anywhere. The first thing I do to draw a bit of attention to the eyebrows is take a little bit of a luminizing concealer and dab it just underneath the crease. It's going to start that dramatic look from sort of your eyelid up. The second thing I'm going to do is take my MAC eyeshadow. So this is Brun, which is a fabulous color. I do have blonde hair. I have lighter brows, regardless of if your eyebrows are almost non-existent or if they're a lot darker. MAC Brun is a great option. So I'm going to take the end of this angled brush like I had before, dab a little bit of it on, and pull it through the brow. When you start to fill in your eyebrows, it's often hard to know exactly where to start. You obviously want to avoid the unibrow look, but at the same time, you don't want to have it so far out that you're just pulling your eyes apart. So an easy trick and how to know how far out your eyebrows should come is just hold your brush on either side of your nose. And this gives you a rough guide of where you can start. So my eyebrows naturally start a little bit farther apart, but to pull in that, again, natural statement look, I'm going to emphasize a little bit farther out from where they actually are. Again, avoiding the unibrow, but still making a bit of that statement. A little bit farther than it would have normally come, and then following it along. I actually like to start with the eyeshadow as opposed to the eyebrow color itself because I just feel that this gives it a little bit more of a distributed look, and later on I'll bring in the more dramatic lines. And this can be a personal preference how far you want to carry them out. As my eyebrow leads out, it gets a lot lighter. So I do want to fill that in a bit more than you would even be able to see. And again, I want to maintain a bit of a peak in the brow. Just as I mentioned the trick before, this is how you're going to decide how far the eyebrows come out towards your nose. But when you're trying to figure out where that peak is, the easiest thing to do is hold it diagonally from your nose. So wherever this point hits up here, that's where you want the height of your brow to appear. So you're going to sort of follow that with the color that you've added in. So keeping that shape that you naturally have, emphasizing it a bit more, and again taking it out as far as you want on the sides. I always go back and double check just to make sure on both sides. If you go ahead and do that and extend it, you want it to be even. The final product that I use on my brow is my Anastasia eyebrow pencil. This one, I've used it so much, there's so much loving, I've actually broken off the half of it. So it did come with a spoolie on the end, very helpful, but I did break that because I use it so much. Just gonna twist a bit of it out. And here's the key to using the eyebrow pencil. You don't just want to draw straight lines across. It's actually helpful to follow the direction of your hair. So the way that my hair grows in on my eyebrows, right at the start, they almost grow up a little bit and then they start pushing out and over to go more straight across. The statement brow is all about reverting back to a more natural look. So I don't want to pencil this in. I don't want to look like I have tattooed eyebrows on. I want to emphasize color, still make the shape and the texture of my eyebrows a lot more natural. So as I start up here, I'm going to go with the direction of it and then start following it down. This goes on top of the brow shadow, like I said, and gives it that final dramatic effect. And if I'm not doing the entire statement brow regimen like this, then I will just use this without the brow shadow. But I really love the way that they pair together and make a great combination. Once you've finished adding on the brow liner and the brow powder, you're going to take the spoolie brush again and just blend it in. Because you've had the powder on first and then the lines on afterwards, you don't want to have any disconnect. And again, this spoolie brush really helps to bring in that sort of natural, it's kind of weird to say, but the volume of your eyebrows. You're not going to have them plastered to your face. With this look, you're really going to have them out a bit. Very few products, really simple techniques, just takes a little bit of practice and mastery in the beginning to know the shape of the brow that you want and exactly how full you want, how much of a dramatic statement you want to achieve with your eyebrows. Thank you for tuning into this week's beauty episode on how to achieve statement brows. If you have videos you would like to see, please feel free to leave any questions or comments in the comment section of my blog or send them via Twitter using hashtag AskOBF.